Once upon a time, there was a beautiful kingdom where everything was perfect. Perfect palace, perfect gardens, and a perfect princess. Her name was Princess Elara. But Elara was not like the other princesses. While they attended royal balls, she wandered into the forest. While they collected jewels, she followed butterflies. And while everyone else believed fairy tales were just stories, Elara believed they were real. But no one ever believed her. One evening, as the golden sunset painted the enchanted forest in warm light, Elara was walking alone beneath the tall, glowing trees. Everything felt peaceful. The birds were silent. The wind was still. And then suddenly, she noticed a faint, glowing light. At first, she thought it was a firefly. But as she stepped closer, her heart nearly stopped. Lying on the moss-covered ground was a tiny fairy. Her wings were torn. Her glow was fading, and she was barely breathing. Carefully, Elara picked her up in her hands. The fairy's eyes opened just a little, and she whispered, "Help me." Elara couldn't take her back to the palace. No one would believe her. So she carried the fairy deeper into the forest, to the roots of an ancient tree. According to legend, this tree was the source of all magic. Elara gently held the fairy in her palms and whispered, "I don't know magic, but I want to save you." Suddenly, her hands began to glow. A soft golden light flowed from her palms into the fairy's broken wings. Feather by feather, the wings began to repair. Her glow slowly returned. The forest grew brighter. The leaves shimmered. The air sparkled. And then, everything went silent. The fairy opened her eyes. This time, they shone with power. Slowly, she began to rise into the air. A burst of magical light surrounded her. And in the next moment, the tiny fairy transformed into a radiant fairy queen, with massive glowing wings and a crown made of light. Elara stepped back in shock. The fairy queen smiled gently. "You saved me, Princess Elara. Now, it's my turn to show you the truth." Suddenly, the forest began to change. Trees turned into crystal. Flowers began to glow. The air filled with golden sparkles. And right before Elara's eyes, a hidden magical world appeared. The fairy kingdom. The queen spoke softly. "For centuries, we have protected your world. But now, our magic is fading, and only one human can save it." Elara whispered, "Who?" The queen looked at her and said, "You." From that day forward, Princess Elara was no longer just the princess of her kingdom. She became the guardian of the fairy realm. And maybe, even today, she still walks through that enchanted forest, waiting for someone who still believes in magic. If you believe in magic, don't forget to like Red Heart.